Stephen was one of the 7 deacons selected by the church in Jerusalem. The power of God was upon his life. Some of the Jewish groups tried to debate him, but they were no match for the wisdom that he had and the power of God. So they decided to spread rumors about him. They said he blasphemed God. These rumors spread through the entire city till guards came and took him to the ruling council. Men got up and said, he said that Jesus would tear down this temple and destroy everything given to us by Moses. Everyone looked at Stephen, and suddenly his face was like an angel. Finally, the high priest said, are these things true? Are you guilty of this? Stephen got up and faced the entire council. He said, God said to Abraham, leave your family and your country. Go to a place that I have selected for you. Stephen then gave a short history of Israel. He told them how God told Abraham and promised him that he would give him the land, make his descendants a great nation. And even though Abraham didn't have any children, he believed God. Later, Abraham had a son by the name of Isaac, who had a son named Jacob. From him came the 12 tribes of Israel. They went into Egypt and became slaves. Stephen said, Moses led the people out of Egypt, and he told them, someday a great prophet is coming that will be like me. Stephen told them about King David, who wanted to build the temple, but his son Solomon built it. Then he pointed to the crowd and he said, you are a rebellious people with cold hearts. You have disobeyed the Spirit of God just like your fathers did. They persecuted the prophets, and you have followed their steps. You have condemned and killed the righteous one. The council flew into a rage. They cried out at Stephen. He looked up and said, I see the heavens opening, and I see Jesus standing at the right hand of the throne of God. The council covered their ears and screamed as loud as they could. They grabbed Stephen and drug him out of the city. They threw him down to kill him. They took their coats and laid them at the feet of a young man named Saul. Then they took stones and proceeded to stone Stephen. As they fell on him, Stephen looked up and said, Lord Jesus, receive my spirit and forgive them. With that, he was struck down and he died. This was the beginning of a great persecution of the church that was in Jerusalem. That young man, Saul, led a mob that went in the homes of believers. He pulled out men and women and put them in prison.